Hi there, Cosmic Family. My name is Leal in this incarnation. Well, yesterday, May 3rd, Mars in Aries perfected the sextile with Pluto in Aquarius that has just begun to retrograde. Yesterday, I talked about this. So, this transit, this aspect has been active the whole week. It is going to continue today, and by the 5th, it is going to start to dissolve. So, this is about taking our power and assuming the courage to face certain decision that requires our own empowerment and maybe facing fears. Because we have to add the activation of Mercury in Aries with the mathematical degree of the eclipse, the conjunction that is making with Chiron, and the resistances that could present to our own path. They could awaken anger, with these planets in Aries. I am saying this not to judge anger, only to integrate it, to do our labor, to take this in account and to do our labor of integrated, because, the new moon is very active and it has harmonic aspects, but Uranus is a transpersonal planet and its changes, its disruptive changes, not always are well received by the egos. I commented this in other videos talking about Uranus. In this case, because everything is connected to Jupiter, they are bringing prosperity and expansion. It is important to not associate these concepts only to, having material resources. It could be linked with that too if it has a divine purpose, but also, we could have expansion and prosperity in many ways by in many areas of our life and in many ways by discovering ourselves. So I was about to put an example, because for someone that is presenting manifestations in the body, which is something that could happen with Uranus in Taurus, in the physical body, from the perception of the ego, of course, that change could be very difficult to be perceived as something expansive or linked to prosperity. But if we can identify the emotions or the decisions that are linked behind that manifestation, then the healing can occur, and also a liberation in many other aspects of life that could open doors for prosperity and expansion. I am putting an example in a general way that I've seen these days, but of course, for every case, this is different. For other people, it could also increment, the sensation of stagnation, precisely to assume decisions that can shake things and to get out of the known place, but called comfort zone, because it is not comfortable at all, actually. But Uranus is a planet that revolutionizes. It brings insights and inner calls, sudden inner calls. It descends information. It makes this download. But those insights and downloads many times are coming to break with a lot of limited beliefs, Jupiter, of our own value, of our own resources, of our own capacities. And that lining linked with Uranus could cause resistances, because we have been sustaining those structures for a long time. They were so fixed, talking about the Taurus energy. It is not about death and transformation, because those are qualities of Pluto. But these planets this year are going to have a reactivation. The last year also happened together with Neptune, when Pluto come back to Capricorn. And we are going to talk about more of this, but they are in the last degrees of these signs. They are going to activate this minor trine between them, and they are going through the last degrees of these signs. So they are bringing changes that are closing an old paradigm for humanity. In 2025, this transit will repeat, but Pluto is going to be definitely in Aquarius, and Uranus and Neptune will have their first entrance, in Gemini and in Aries. So these are beginnings of cycles, very, very powerful, that they are going to be more established in 2026. Big movements, collective movements, and that we are all going to feel. So Neptune is guiding this configuration. They are guiding us to a new humanity connected to its soul, which is something very important with Neptune. But coming back to Uranus, this planet is about disruptive cut, suppressive, and in Taurus is like the earthquake that is shaking the vases so we can move to other spaces. This activation could also be in synchronicity with climatic changes. Beyond how the ego are judging these changes, there is a purpose that it is our mission to find. And I think that many times when we can hear the inside of the soul, we can reconnect with that purpose. And other times it is about to go through the changes and understanding later, connecting the pieces later. But in order to close with this, Uranus, I wanted to remind you that Uranus activates the nervous system. So the body needs to understand that it's safe going through the changes. We have to teach to the body to accompany us, to integrate it through breathing, through movement, because although those changes could be something wonderful in our life, the instinct of survival could be very, very active. So, well, I just wanted to leave this message today. Thank you, everyone, and see you in the next video. Ciao, ciao.